What's going on, guys? Apathetic here, and today we're talking about Thorn. We're going to cover how this weapon feels after the changes to the recoil animation on 140 and 150 RPM hand cannons, discuss how this weapon fares in the Crucible with the range nerf, and then I'm going to leave you guys with some crispy gameplay. And one last thing is you're going to see some whiff Nova Bombs this game. I'm just adjusting to the super, okay? Let's just not talk about it. With that, let's get into it. Getting into how Thorn feels after the changes to recoil animation on 140 and 150 RPM hand cannons, I have to say it has really addressed the only issue I really ever had with Thorn outside of the magazine size. So the recoil for Thorn seems to bounce up and to the right, and with the previous, bug where you could essentially fire faster than the recoil animation was not helping with settling Thorn's reticle, especially in heated gunfights. Now with the changes to recoil animation, I barely even notice it. I feel that my shot with Thorn has become more consistent than ever. Before, I found there were times where I really had to pace my shots or focus very intently on where my reticle was, but no more. I feel like I can just rattle off shots with this weapon faster than ever before and land headshots more consistently. So if you are someone who is already good with Thorn, then this recoil change is going to really take your play with Thorn to the next level. Now, if you are someone who struggled with using Thorn in the past, then I would challenge you to give it another try. It truly feels much improved. And with the new ornament, I don't know if it's like the way it's shaped or what, but I felt with the new ornament, I could actually aim a little bit better. I don't know, probably all in my head, but either way, the new ornament is sick. Getting into the range nerf on hand cannons and more specifically how it's impacting Thorn. Honestly, guys, I have to say hand cannons have been hit pretty hard, and this may be an unpopular opinion, but I actually kind of like the change. Before the nerf, I felt that I wanted to be able to compete, I had to use hand cannons, and this is especially true on PC. I can't tell you how frustrating it would be to be outgunned at pulse rifle range when I'm using a pulse rifle by another hand cannon. And when using a hand cannon, having that feels bad moment when you outgun a scout rifle user at scout rifle range. So I like that the range changes have opened things up for other weapons and given them more room to breathe and made things a little more viable. Now with Thorn, it's all a matter of adapting to these changes, guys. You have to shake this mentality of always challenging at range with a hand cannon. And I know some of it's that muscle memory, but you got to shake that. When you are shooting someone with your Thorn or any other hand cannon and it's hitting like a water gun, you guys gotta turn and just let it go. Gotta let them go, find a new angle. When I'm using Thorn and I see someone with a pulse or scout at range, I will maybe shoot once before I disengage and work my way closer to them. And that's all it really is. Thorn was and still is one of the best weapons in the game, especially in the hands of a patient, tactical player who will pick his engagements, work his way closer to people using longer range weapons, and get Thorn into its optimal range where it can just melt opponents and you can start picking up that Soul Devourer and start 3-tapping like crazy. So even with the range nerf to hand cannons, yes, Thorn is still better than it was. Just now, you have to actually have to think a little bit with how you engage with Thorn and other hand cannons. And I believe in you guys out there. I know for some people they really don't like the hand cannon changes when it comes to range, but it's all about adaptation, guys. The sandbox has changed in the past and we've all adapted and managed to maintain our high levels of play, and this is no different. We just gotta adapt to the range, and it might just take a little bit more time. So with that, guys, get out there. I know you guys can adapt, and let me know what you guys think of Thorn since the range and recoil changes. Let me know if you agree with me. Do you like the range changes on hand cannons? Do you feel like Thorn is better? Do you feel like the range changes have actually made it worse? Let me know down below. With that, I'll leave you guys with the rest of this gameplay. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. This is a free way to support me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
opening, and they found more. With 10 warlocks like you, I can turn ideas into weapons. Down. I like your tactics. More useful. Double down. I like your tactics. More useful. That's why we have fire feet. You're breaking them. Minutes remaining. Good. The words total annihilation come to mind.